You are listening to WPHM Digital Broadcasting. The best in paranormal talk radio.
Hello, welcome to Paraversal Universe, where all paranormal perspectives apply. Born paranormal historian and ufologist Kevin Malik and psychic demonologist Jennifer Malik, as they navigate us through the different categories of the unknown and the unexplained, including ghosts and haunted places, cryptids and monsters, aliens and UFOs, theology and mythology, metaphysics, forbidden archaeology, urban legends and folklore, conspiracies, crimes, and corruption, with top analysis from the experts of these disciplines. If it's amazing, unusual, or mysterious, if it's bizarre, creepy, and fantastic, if it's unbelievable, paranormal, or supernatural, it's here on Paraversal Universe. Here are your hosts, Kevin and Jennifer.
Hello everyone, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are, welcome to Paraversal Universe, brought to you by the Northern Wisconsin Paranormal Society Limited at the Northwoods Paranormal Resource Center here in Rylander, Wisconsin. We're your hosts, Kevin and Jennifer Malik.
Hey there, everybody.
We're stoked to be with you today. We're always stoked to be with you. We are produced by the voice of Fate Magazine Radio, Kat Hobson, at WBHM Digital Broadcasting out of Birmingham, Alabama. Paraversal Universe is also heard on our affiliate stations WCET 101.7 FM out of Columbia, South Carolina, Columbia Talk, as well as the Rift Radio Network family out of Lakeside, Virginia, and the Amelia Pisano Productions Radio Network out of Toronto, Canada. Welcome one and all. And hello to everybody in the chat room. We look forward to your questions and comments and interaction as always. The archive for the show will be available as well. Show archives from over the years can be found in various places on the web, including our archives-like page on Facebook called Paraversal Universe Show Archives. Also check out our guest promo page, Paraversal Universe Radio, for what's coming up in the near future. We hope everyone is doing well. We just survived a brutal February here in Wisconsin. Wherever you are in the world and wherever you go, we hope that you fare well. Peace and blessings to everybody. And we have a killer interview coming up. Today we have private investigator Jax Menez Atwell with us. But before we bring him on, as always, let's do our shout-outs. Shout-outs go to those people who share our show banners this week. We always appreciate it greatly, and thank you so much. Who do we have?
This week we have Walt Christos, Dots of Christos, Katrina Cooper, Dennis Koch, Jason Bland, Paranormal Soup, Jamie Demelos, JJ Paranormal, Howie Odell, The Rift, Kate Hobson, WBHM, Ray Davies, Amelia Pisano, Lawrence DeMisa, Jean Broida, Lisa Renaga, Sudan, National Cryptid Society, and Lori Kreslaw.
All right. Thank you for all those shares, everybody. We really appreciate that. After 5 years of sharing our banners, we have reached all kinds of folks across all over the world. Thank you again. So today we have Mr. Jax Menez Atwell with us. Jax is a private investigator, urban explorer, adventurer, and actor with a passion for the unknown. His most recent show was the History Channel's Missing in Alaska, but now his newest adventure leads him to explore abandoned places around the world. What drives Jax is an inherent passion for the unknown, the unsolved, the bullied, and the lost. Mix that with a hero complex, an absolute love for nature, and being memorized by history, you have our next guest, Jax, who wants to take people with him, one adventure at a time. What does Jax love about abandoned places? Well, let's find that out. Jax, are you with us?
How we doing, guys?
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's been so long since we've talked to you. We're both really excited about you coming back.
Well, thanks for having me back.
Well, although it's been 3 years, you have earned the right to skip our initial question for first-time guests, which is, how did you get into this? We have already asked you that, of course. So let's start where we left off 3 years ago. You had finished a season with Missing in Alaska then, and no one knew if there was going to be another season. Tell us what you've been up to since Missing in Alaska, and we'll go from there.
Well, I'm kind of the type of person that just takes the bull by the horns from whatever God provides me and puts in front of me. So been doing a lot of different things. The biggest thing is, my investigative company's expanded now in several different states. So that has me on the road quite a bit. And that also allows me to, continue my hobbies of adventuring and exploring places, especially abandoned things. And it's kind of opened up a lot of doors. So I've mostly been a lot of business, but also been, started a small production company where we're doing short films. We've got a short film in edit right now. I was involved in a short film where I played the main bad guy, and that short film won an award back in was it November or October, something right around there of last year, for best cinematography. So we're actually reprising that role right now. I'm going to executive produce a prequel to that short film, and kind of how I got my start as the bad guy in that role. So we'll be shooting in Wyoming and Montana this summer. Hopefully have that done this fall. So just little projects like that I've been into, and then just my casework keeps me extremely busy on top of everything else with being a father and to my 4 kids and 3 dogs, and that goes.
Right, yeah. Well, Journey with Jax. That was the title of today's episode, and we love it.
Yeah.
Tell us how that came about.
It was kind of a birth with the creator of GCM Media, Trey Goodman. He's a fairly well-known Emmy-winning producer of television and film and documentaries. So we kind of just sat down over coffee, and he has a love of travel and exploring, and obviously I had that, and we just started brainstorming, and then that 2-person meeting became a 10-person meeting with other directors and people in the business, and all of a sudden it just kind of came about. It's been an interesting journey up and down, and I'd say right now, unfortunately it's in a little bit of a down, mostly because I want to have executive control over it and not have, these larger companies, trying to tell me what to do and how to do my show. A lot of that comes down to,
Right.
Just to give an example, we're producing companies telling you, okay, well, we love what you got, but we need to sex it up. So we're going to bring in this female, ... and, it just, okay, well, it's not what I'm interested in. I do my life, my journey with Jax is my own personal life, whether there's a camera there or not. And so we've been waiting for the right opportunity. We had a big opportunity this time last year, actually, with in New York City with a large production company. And again, they wanted to change so many things that we just decided to, table it and keep it our own. So right now it's in a little bit of a downturn. We've got the first episode filmed, but just not really sure where to go with it. A bunch of other episodes are, partially done, because as you guys know, investigations don't occur overnight or in a couple days. Investigations take longer. So some of these things are already in line and, have the scripts and have everything working. It's just a matter of getting them all finished. Sometimes those investigations aren't completely done.
Right, and that's definitely a complete process there, because of all the steps you have to take to get to the point that you need to get your investigations at.
Absolutely.
And kudos on keeping it real, because you're right. It's easy for larger conglomerates to come in and start calling the shots, so to speak, which again changes the flavor, it changes a lot of things, and keeping it how you want it keeps it from being commercial. It keeps it from being redundant. It keeps from all of that.
Right. It's original.
Well, and it's also your own personal integrity. I am a legitimate licensed private investigator. That's my day job. That's what puts food on my table. You start, messing with those things, and you start getting, whether or not you're, out there doing things that people agree with or not, doing all that kind of stuff. It affects business, bottom line. To me, my company does well, and I don't need the accolades and the fame and all that stuff that some people jump at. And as you guys have seen on television with a lot of these paranormal shows, they get pretty eccentric and they add a lot of things to them. There's a lot of things that without just knowing television, how I know it, that I know is not true.
Right.
So a normal viewer's looking at this as though this is true and this is fact, this is reality. And the reality is it's just cheap production. Bottom line is reality television's in place because we can thank the show Friends. Basically, producers got tired of paying actors $1 million an episode, and they thought, well, how can we captivate people and not have to pay people the way the actors are paid? And hence, reality television took off because we all have a voyeuristic, intellect into people's daily lives. Everybody wants to know what other people are doing. And it hit on something, and reality television is what it is, but bottom line is the majority of it is not reality. The majority of it is following a script, no different than me shooting a short film or, a feature-length film or, a television show. It follows a script. It has things of interest. If you guys have been involved in any kind of production, the kind of money that's involved in creating anything is a lot. So you're going to tell me during an investigation that these things just happen to randomly happen? Of course, some things do. Some things happen by chance and accident. But for the most part, stuff's very, very fake. Sorry to burst any of your bubbles.
No,
you're not.
And I just don't. And I just don't want that.
Right.
I prefer to have things that are me, authentically me, and if that gets no fans and no low love, then that's what it is. Just how I am. I live my life, and I want to. When I've had my time on Earth is over, people look back and it's all laid out and honest to people. The things I accomplished weren't fake running with a noise and screaming when there's nothing there, and these things, silly things you see on ghost shows and stuff like that are just baloney. This ghost hunters, not to just single them out, but they did an episode in a place in Montana and I was appalled talking to the owners and the people there of what was created to make it for television. And it's unfortunate, because I think there's enough real reality in our own lives, to have to create it. But it's all about money. You got to get done with something in 4 or 5 days and move on to the next episode. And move, and keep pushing it out, pumping it out, and